Good afternoon. Just realised the live was working. Hope you're all well and surviving this grey day, another grey day for us. Hey ho. If it's not raining by you, then it'd be ace to get outside. It is raining by me this afternoon, unfortunately. So I'm in here, so let me just put this on. Check that that's going to work. Have a little bit of music. Welcome to 6 month plus for postnatal fitness today. We are going to be doing a variety of full body exercises. If I can actually get this working, would be helpful, wouldn't it? I'm not sure why it's working. I'll get it going once we've got everyone on. So you need a combination of 2 weights and a resistor band today if you have it. If not, 2 cans of beans is absolutely fine, okay? So whatever you might have, just check that this is connected and we'll get going really soon, okay? Lovely, that should be connected now. So, I hope you're all well. Drop us any questions, let us know if you're on. Let us know if you're there. It isn't working. As always. Always some kind of technical hitch. It's connected to this, that's fine. We don't need that on.
MS phone disconnected. Ready to connect.
There we go. Right. We'll be there very, very soon. Just wait for everyone to log in. And it takes a minute for the notifications to come through. There we go. Right. We'll get some music on. Lovely. Okay. We'll get going very soon. So as always, this is a 6 month plus class. So you need to be 6 months postnatal minimum, okay? So it's giving your body that time to recover. It's giving you that kind of that headspace, that growth, ready to get going. So it's a little bit hard. It's harder. There's different exercises to what we do on a Monday class. It's much more intense in regards to what we're demanding on your body, but we still have the basis of that core engagement, that glute work, making sure we're getting everything strong all together, okay? And as always, please make sure that you are fit and healthy and have had clearance to exercise. So as always, please make sure that you've had that from either a medical practitioner, and if you aren't unsure about anything, then please check the FAQs on the Babi Actif page, okay? Just turn this down because it's quite loud, otherwise all you'll hear is my music. So we'll just give it another couple of minutes, let everyone log in. Today we're also going to be talking about hydration. So I talked about this on Monday, but I think a lot of the time the topics that I talk about in the 0 to 6 month class is the same as what I want to talk to you guys about, okay? That 6 months doesn't make any difference. It's important to be still talking about the similar things, which is why I'm going to talk about hydration again today. So, and it's different people, okay? So different people. We have 6 weeks, 6 months, and 6 months plus. So you're going to be different people in different sessions. Lovely. Right, we are on. Let's make sure it's the right one. Babi Actif. Okay, so once I've got this loaded, we will get going. Just let everybody log in. And then we can get started. So make sure you've got your nice space as always, you've got enough room, you've got whatever weights you are using today, whatever that might be, and then we're going to get going. Okay, let's start with our march on the spot. Start with our normal warm-up. Off we go. March on the spot for me. That's it. Nice march. Just that's out the way. Good. Okay, nice march on the spot for me. Get my watch going, see how hard I actually work in this session. Okay, getting those knees up nice and comfortable. As always, some nice deep breaths in as we're doing this. And then I want those knees to come up with those elbows, okay? Nice and smooth. Just making sure that we're keeping that pelvis nice and steady. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Okay, we're going to those light squats now. So we're going to go down and back up. Down and back up. Keep going like that for me. Down and back up. Nice squats, okay? Make sure you're nice and square. Get those arms involved. We're not going to touch down to the floor, okay? So we're going to go down. We're going to go up. We're going to go down. And we're going to go up. Keep going. Just adding that little bit of intensity even in the warm-up. Come on, keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's do some lunges. So we're going to go back into the lunge, down, back to top, okay? Reverse lunge for me, and back to top. 10 more seconds. Okay, if you're finding that quite difficult, don't go as far. That's the key with these. And swap legs. Good. Come on, keep going. It's only the warm-up. Absolutely fine. You'll do this, no problem. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so wrist rotations now. One direction, that's it. And the other way. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to do some glute activation, so we're going to go down onto the floor for me. Into all fours. We're going to do some donkey kicks, some fire hydrants, a couple of crab walks. So, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, tuck those toes. We're going to do 5 on each leg. So, kick back in that donkey kick. 3, 4, 5. Just some nice activations and the other leg. Make sure you're not rocking over. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, those fire hydrants now. Just waking those glutes up, out to the side. So you're lifting your whole leg out to the side. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And swap legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. Okay, we're going to do some nice stretching here. So do some nice chest openers. So I want you to lift whichever hand it is, it doesn't matter, but you're going to lift all the way up. And then you're going to thread that hand all the way through, okay? You're going to go down, ear, shoulder touch, then come straight back up. Good, that's it. And down again. That's it. And one more. Lovely. Okay, come back to centre. And we're going to go again, the other side. All the way up. And thread all the way down for me, okay? So just keep that movement all the way up, all the way down. One more. All the way up, all the way down. Lovely. Okay, come onto your feet. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to do some just quick stretches. So we're going to do our calf stretch. So push back into that with that rear heel, push down into that heel. And then we're going to swap legs. Lovely. Keep in that posture, make sure those hips aren't flying forwards, shoulders nice and equal. Okay, quick hamstring stretch, heel down, toe up, push that bum back, feel that stretch. So I'm stretching my left leg, toe up on my left side, feeling that stretch on the back of my leg. Make sure that back's nice and flat, we don't want to be arching over. And switch. Brilliant. Okay, quick arm rotations for me. So you can go forwards, soft knees. That's it. And backwards. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to do a big stretch up high, reaching all the way up high. And then we're going to go over to the side. Remember those soft knees. Over to the side. Back to centre and to the other side. Lovely. Back to centre. Okay, we're ready to go. So, exercises today. My timer is here. I know I'm off camera slightly. Timer is here. So, first what we're going to do is a squat thrust. So I'm just going to talk through those. That is weights on shoulders. You can do that with 1 or 2 weights. Completely up to you, okay? Depending on where you are. If you are only just 6 months, then try it with that single weight and see how you get on, okay? We're going to do weights on shoulders. We're going to squat down, breathe in. Breathe out, push those weights up high, okay? All the way from the low point of the squat. So breathe in, you're thrusting from the low point of the squat. We are then going into a side lunge with a lateral raise at the top, okay? So this is quite tricky. We're going to stay nice and wide like this, and we're going to go down into the side lunge with our weights, and we're going to come up and start. We're going to lat raise, so side raise, down. And then we're going to side raise like that. Then we're going to go into triceps overhead. So depending on how heavy your weights are, you're going to have nice soft knees. We're going to drop that weight down and back up. Okay, we bring it over our head, we're just going to drop it down and back up. We are then doing a press up with a renegade row. So, I will show you this one. You have both of your weights on the mat, and this can either be in a box position or in a half plank position. If you're doing it in full, then you have already had training, you know where you're at postnatally, and you know what you're doing with that one, so I'm not going to include that one, okay? So if you're doing it half, we go press, and then we row, and we row. And then we're going to press, doesn't matter how far you go, and we're going to row, and we're going to row, okay? So it's quite an intense one. It's quite a lot on your core. You need to be exhaling as you go. If you feel the press is too much, just do the rows for me, okay? So there's a couple of options with that one. Then we're going to do a bird dog staying on one side, which is opposite arm, opposite leg, then the other side, and then some donkey kicks, okay? So quite a long set, 6 exercises, and we're going to do those 3 times, okay? It's 45 seconds an exercise. So get yourself ready, get your weights ready, whatever you're using. I'm going to be chopping and changing between mine today. And as always, have your drink ready, okay? You need that drink. You know I'm talking about hydration at the end. Really important, okay? It's a good one to stay on for because there's just a couple of little facts in the hydration bit that you may know, you may not know, but it's that nice reminder of what we should be doing to look after our bodies, okay? So, ready to go? In 3, get those weights on shoulders, 2, 1, off we go. So, weights up, holding on to them, down into that squat. Down we go, back up. Okay, so it's not an easy set today. It's a tough set. We're now, I think I've put in, this is workout number 56, including all the other days that we do, okay? So what's that if we divide it by 4? Can't think at the moment, but it's quite a lot of workouts. So we need to be making sure we're progressing. Okay, you need to be breathing out. Then we're going to be talking nearly falling over. Exhale as you're coming up. So, down into the squat. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Okay, you're doing a side lunge with a lat raise at the top. So if you have the advantage of being able to swap weights out, go for a lighter one with this one, okay? These side raises are not easy, okay? They're tough. So, down we go. So side, weights in front, down to the lunge, exhale up, raise those weights, back to centre, down. Pushing that bum back, remember with these. That's it. Ignore that, that's halfway. Okay, make sure those arms aren't coming above your shoulders. Good. That's it, keep going. Nearly there. Last one. Okay, lovely. Triceps overhead. So 1 or 2 weights. If you do have a heavier weight to hand, this is a good one to use for this one. So it's soft knees. If you're using 2 weights, if they're like 2 kilograms, something like that, you can cross them over, okay? So if you can see that, you cross them over and then hold them above your head and drop down, okay? Otherwise, if you're using 1, just hold it normally. Off we go, 45 seconds. So it starts here, we drop down, exhale up. Inhale down, see how low we're going? Okay, and we're not coming back over our head, we're keeping it nice and straight. Up and down, keeping it close to that body, keeping those elbows in. We don't want them sticking out, we want them brushing down past our ears. 15 seconds. Okay, at this point it starts to get a bit harder, don't let those hips fly forwards like that, we want to tuck those hips in. Soft knees, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop there. Okay, press up, renegade row. Again, these are options for you with this one. Okay, if you feel like you need to be doing it in a box or in a half, They're your options. So I'm going to demo in a half, okay? Already, feet nice and flat, gap between your knees. I'm going to press down on the weight, so you can't necessarily go as far anyway. Down, exhale up. Then we're going to pull the weight up to our armpit, keeping that elbow tucked. Up it comes. Down we go. Exhale up. That's it, come on, keep going. Proper shoulder one when you're pressing on weights. If you are using glass bottles, please do not press on them, okay? Do not put your body weight through anything that may break. Keep going. You don't have to use weights for this. Keep going with the whole movement if you are using something that's breakable. Okay, we are going into bird dog now. So move your weights out of the way. We're just going to stay on one side. Now, 4 months of teaching on the tiled floor is starting to be my knees in, so I need a bit of protection now. Okay, off we go. One side. Inhale, extend. And back together. We're staying on that one side. 15 more seconds. Make sure you're not overextending, like me. Battering the plant behind me instead. That's it. Make sure those legs and arms are getting nice and flat. Okay, swap sides. Off we go. Exhale as you come in. Add that tap if you can. You're trying to keep nice and stable. If you need to stop and go again, please do. Make sure you're extending nice and straight. We don't be overextending these ones. Lovely. Okay, we're doing donkey kicks now. So bear with me 2 seconds. Staying down on the floor. If you are on tiled floors, I recommend folding your mat over. Okay, we're going to go one side. Off we go. Tuck those toes and kick up. We're not using the band for this one. We're just going to go with standard. Okay, next round we're going to use the band. Just getting used to all the movements. Exhale as you're pushing that leg up. That's it. Come on, keep going. Keep going. And swap legs. Make sure you've got that nice gap between your knees. Keep going. Keep going with this one. Next round, you're using that band, okay? Keep going. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Okay, grab a drink. We've got 1 minute rest. I'm being kind today. Got a nice long rest, okay? So have a nice drink. Needed. Any questions, as always, give me a shout. That's what I'm here for. Don't just write the programmes. You can ask me any questions as well, okay? So we're going into those squat thrusters again, okay? So you have those weights. You hold those weights on your shoulders. And then you go down, breathe in, inhale, exhale, up, okay? Pressing down into those feet, down to heels, pushing those knees out as you come up. We don't want you going falling in like this, okay? That's no good for anyone, so we need to keep those knees out. We're going in 10 seconds to get your weights up ready. If you want to make this harder and you do have a resistor band, feel free to put it on above your knees. We're going in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Breathe in and exhale. In, exhale. Good, come on, keep going with these. Want low. Nice and low and controlled. Good work. 30 seconds. Nearly there, come on. 20 seconds to go on this one. That's it. And 12 seconds, nearly there. Come on, that last push. Those arms are coming up all the way from this low point. Exhale as you come up, that is so vital. 3, 2, 1. Whew, well done. Okay, side lunge with a lat raise at top. You may notice I dropped quite a few weights with that one. Lat raises are not easy, okay? They are tough exercises. Are we ready? Nice and wide. Off we go. Weights in centre. Down, up, raise. Down, up, raise. raise. Now remember that exhale, inhale, exhale, raise, inhale, exhale. That's it. Keep going, you're halfway. Halfway, nearly there, come on. I know these aren't easy, getting that bum as far back as you can. Okay, straightening the opposite leg. 10 seconds. Whew. Nearly there. We're nearly halfway through the workout. Lovely, okay, triceps overhead. So again, your choice this one, you need to be feeling it though, okay? There's no point going la 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 and nothing happening. Okay, you need to be feeling it. Soft knees, off we go. Dropping it down, inhale down, exhale up. Keeping those elbows tight, okay? And those elbows nice and tight. That's it, come on, keep going with this one. Woo! 20 seconds to go. Soft knees, remember, don't let those knees lock out. Don't let those hips fly forwards. It's so easy at this point to let those hips fly forwards. Get those triceps to real burn on this one now. We need those arms as mummies. Those babies just keep getting heavier. And stop there, okay. Press up, renegade row. Weights down on the floor. Get yourself down. And again, remember you can mix this one up how you feel. The hardest one is a half plank or full with a press and a row. Down we go. Inhale down. Exhale. Exhale as you pull those weights up towards you, okay? A press on weights is tough, okay? Your arms are at different angles. You need to tuck those elbows more of a tricep press. Keep going. Oh yeah, well over halfway. Come on, keep going. You see, I'm not going very far with this one at all. Keep those hips still with the renegade row. I don't want you rocking side to side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, move your weights out the way. We're staying on the floor. Excuse me while I roll my mat over. Okay. We are going one side for bird dog, then the other. Off we go. Inhale, extend, bring back. Nice and straight. Draw that core in as you bring back. Remember that low point we talked about? Below the belly button, not the belly button, below the belly button. You're drawing that in, okay, as you exhale. Okay, swap sides. Keep that head up, don't let that head drop. Good, come on, keep going. Try not to rock over. Lovely, okay, donkey kicks, so staying where we are. If your wrists are hurting in this position, go onto your fists for me, okay? Go onto your fists, and if it is still too much, go down to your forearms. It does make the exercise harder, but it saves those wrists. Off we go, one side. I did say we're going to put bands on. Get your resistant band quick if you've got one, okay? Put that band on if you have one. If you don't, please don't worry. We're going to start the timer again in 3, 2, 1. Off we go, 20 seconds. Kicking back. That's it. Make sure there's a gap between your knees so you aren't rocking over, okay? Keep going, keep going. 3, 2, 1. Now remember, I want that foot flexed. Off we go into the other leg. Foot nice and flat as you go up. So not pointy toes like that. You want that foot flat. Come on, keep going, keep going. For 45 seconds, make this a lot tougher. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay, 1 minute rest, then we're going into final round. Get yourself a drink. Let me know if you have any questions, okay? As always, it's boiling in here. So, any questions, please let me know. That's what I'm here for. Got 40 more seconds to get a drink. And we'll get ready to go again. Actually looks like it's brightening up out there. So I'm going to get outside today. Yeah! It's been inside for a few days. It's not good, is it? Not good. 20 more seconds. Okay, this round, I want you, this is your final round, you need to make it count. I want you to really concentrate on that core engagement, that exhale, that active breath that I always talk about. We need to be really working on that active breath. 8 seconds, grab your weights. Are you ready? Get ready for that squat. We're going wide, weights up, off we go, down, exhale, inhale. Good, good, good. Come on, keep going. Keep it moving, come on, you can do this. Final round, 6 exercises. Less than 5 minutes work, okay? Whew, nearly there. 15 seconds, I'm feeling this one now. So close, come on. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, okay. Hold on to those weights. We're doing lateral raises. We are doing that raises, but we're also doing that lunges. So let me just show you what I mean about the bum going back. As you go back into that lunge, that bum goes backwards. Okay, you want that bum to go backwards. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Off we go, nice and wide. Weights down. Exhale up. Raise those weights. Down we go. Come on, keep going. Brilliant. Nearly halfway with this one. I want those bones to get lower, okay? Get down lower. And lift those weights no higher than those shoulders, remember? Don't want those weights going higher than the shoulders at any point. 10 seconds. Come on, we can do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, okay. Triceps overhead. 1 weight or 2. However your weights are, okay? If you've got like 2 kilograms, it might be good to double up on this one if you can. But listen to that body, listen to that strength. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Down, back up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale up. Soft knees, remember, neutral hips, tucked elbows. Come on, keep going with this, keep going. Oh, 20 seconds to go, my triceps are shouting at me. Keep looking forwards, try not to dip that head. 10. Nearly there, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, we're down into press up with renegade row. As before, please make sure it's the right level for you. Okay, are you ready? Box or half, however you feel. Let's go. Press down, up, row. Remember the exhale points. Keep going. That's it. Come on, these press-ups are much harder onto weights. Exhale, keep going. I've just got to move my mat. Keep going, keep going. That's it. Come on. Get the shoulders working. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay, weights out the way. Get that band ready. Not using it for this one, but we will be using it, okay? Let me just sort my mat out even more. Okay, there we go. Right, bird dog. Hands Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, opposite leg, opposite arm. Off we go. Have some cushion down here soon, I think. Just that one side. Stay on the one side. That's it. Come on, keep going with this one. All about that stability. The more still you are, the more benefit you'll get. Off we go. Other side. Control is what I'm looking for on this one. Not reps, control. 10 seconds. Exhaling. Good, okay, donkey kicks, get that band on. Bird the knees if you have one, okay? Bird the knees. Woo. Down we go. Okay, one leg at a time. Off we go, 20 seconds. Tuck those toes, flex that foot, kick back. That's it. As high as you can get that leg, okay? You want it in a nice right angle. Try not to rock over. You want a gap between the knees. You want those hips stable. Exhale as you push. Drawing that core in. And swap legs, off we go. So close, 20 seconds, that's all you've got left. Nearly there, come on, we can do this. 10 seconds, make sure that foot stays flexed. So close now. 2, 1. Well done. Okay, bands off, we'll do some nice stretching now. Okay, let's do a nice child's pose. I'm just going to move the music around, a bit softer music, so go down onto your heels and then walk yourself forward and just rest there for a second. Some nice deep breaths. While I turn off the dance music. We don't need that when we're stretching. Good chill vibes. Lovely. Okay. Nice stretch. Okay, now as we did last week, we're going to take a nice deep breath in, into your ribs, relax your tummy, and let your pelvic floor go. Just let it relax. And let it relax. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Lovely, okay, let's come up and do some stretching on the rest of our body. So, one leg forwards. I want you to just push that hip back, lean into the stretch. Make sure that knee isn't going over your toes and that your torso is nice and straight for me, okay? Nice and straight. You'll be feeling it in your hip flexor, on your back leg. I always feel it a little bit on my forward leg as well. Excellent. Let your heart rate come down. Let everything just relax a little bit more. Temperature dropping, hopefully. And swap over. Into that stretch. Again, readjust if you need to. I always have to. I've got quite long legs, so to make sure that knee isn't going over the front. Good. Okay, come out of that and come to seated for me. Nice seated position. Okay, I want both legs forwards first. Both legs forwards, and we're going to reach down to our toes. And if you can't reach, then I want you to use a resistant band or a tea towel or anything and loop over and make sure that you're not curving that back. You want that back nice and straight. Nice and flat, sorry. There we go. Okay, we're going to do one leg across, bring it into your chest as close as possible. Then your straight leg, I want you to loop that arm around your knee. Your other hand then goes to the small of your back. And you just pull this leg in as close to your body as possible. Some nice deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. to swap over. Nice deep breaths. Lovely, making sure these stretches work today. We get some good stretches in. Now, as we did those side lunges, we definitely need to do feet together, okay? Feet together, holding those toes if you can, and just pushing out those knees. You want those knees to really drop down, okay? And do a little stretch after this, nice butterfly, to help those hip mobility as well. Okay. And just release for a second. Go back, we're going to bring those knees up towards your elbows, drop them back down. Up and down, up and down. That's it. Up and down. Good. Okay, excellent. We do some upper body now, so sit however you feel comfortable. I was going cross-legged for these, and we're going to go forwards first of all. So I want you to interlock those fingers, push out those shoulder blades. Lovely. Okay, from there we're going to go up, so those arms all the way up, pushing them back, keeping those knees down, keeping those glutes nice and flat, then over to the side, okay? We're just moving that upper body, we're not letting that pelvis move at all. Back to centre and the other side for me. Back to centre, we're going to go behind. So interlock those fingers, put them against your bottom and then lift up. Lift that chest, lift that chin, all the way. Really squeezing those shoulder blades together, pushing that chest out, okay? We sit a lot like this at the moment, so it's really good to really open that chest up. Well done. Okay, so we're going to do one more arm, so we use our shoulders quite a lot today. So we need to go over, sorry, shouting at me. Go over to one side, interlock this arm, not on your elbow or not on your wrist, okay? And then make sure this arm isn't down here, that won't do anything. Lift it up to your chin. Put it right across your body. And the other way. We are going to do one more stretch actually. Quite a lot on our upper body today. And then we're going to drop this arm down behind ourselves. Then we're going to put behind our head, and then we're going to grab the elbow and pull it across to get that tricep stretch, okay? And swap. Lovely. And then just roll those shoulders back and roll them forwards. I'm just going to move the camera down here so it's more of a chat rather than kind of all the way up there where you see the whole length for exercise. So I'll just move that and grab my water because I'm parched now. So hopefully this won't stack it as I do this. Brilliant. Okay, that should hopefully work if I sit there. Yes, lovely. That's exactly what we needed. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of a talk about hydration. Got my water ready. Let's turn my music down as well, otherwise you won't be able to hear me that well. There we go, that's a bit better. So, hydration. We all know we need it. We all know we need to drink. That's common sense. We get thirsty, we have a drink. Simple as. It's more about the amount of water that we drink, okay? That's what I want to talk about. So what is important is our body is made up of 60% water, okay? Our body is made up of 60% water. It's a vital role in every bodily function, movement, everything we do. All our cells have water in them. Try and kind of remember back to GCSE biology if you can. And if there isn't enough water in our bodies, if we haven't hydrated enough, then those systems don't work as well. They don't work as slick. They don't work as quick. They take a lot longer to work with different processes, and that in turn makes us tired. So it helps fuel our muscles. So if you are doing exercise, you need to make sure that you've drunk enough beforehand. That is something that I try and make sure that all my ladies do all the time, because it is vital to make sure you have drunk enough before you exercise. The guidance is 8 glasses of water a day, okay? 8 glasses of water. Now, 8 glasses of water sounds quite a lot, but if you've got a bottle, this is one of my smaller ones, it's just the one that I'm accessing quicker at the moment in the house, but I like to have a litre one most of the time to make sure that I'm drinking enough, because you may have guessed it, but I talk quite a lot for my job. So I have to talk a lot, and a lot more now we are currently online. That means that as you talk and you breathe, you lose fluid. You get a dry mouth if you talk a lot, talk too much. My partner probably says I talk too much too. But you get a dry mouth, and that is just down to the fact that you are losing moisture as you are talking. So even as simple as something like that, you need to be drinking more water, okay? So using a large bottle is a really good tip. Signs of dehydration. This is something that people always like, oh, but I thought, you know, that if you had dry lips, you've gone too far, you're too dehydrated. No, never. You can always rehydrate. So making sure that you know your signs, okay? And some of them you might think, really? Is that a sign? Well, it is, okay? So things like being grumpy, actually it affects your hormones. So as water does affect your whole body system, it affects our hormones as well. So it's really important to notice that if you are kind of getting grumpy or snappy or anything like that, have a drink of water, see if it does help. I know there are more than likely a lot of other things at play, especially at the moment. There's a lot at play at the minute, but water can be a big part of that. I know sometimes if I'm feeling a bit stroppy about something and I go and have a nice healthy snack and some water, I'm feeling a lot better. Most people get hunger, so actually drinking water is also part of that. It's not just the food element, it is the water element as well, okay? Feeling tired, no energy. How many times do we reach for a cup of coffee instead of a glass of water? And I am one who does that quite a lot recently. I'm going to sneeze. But, sorry. Going for that cup of coffee instead is that quick fix. And actually a lot of the time it can make you feel worse because you have that peak and that crash, especially if you have sugar in your coffee. So you end up having that up down of your blood sugars, which I've talked about previously with snacking. What you need to be doing is thinking, if you do really want that coffee, and I get it, I love coffee, I like a nice cup of coffee, so I'm very happy that certain coffee shops locally are open again for takeaways, but I will always make sure I've got water, okay? So counteracting the fact that you're having the coffee with water does help, because coffee and tea are, with the caffeine, are classed as a diuretic. Now, what that means is they can cause you to lose more. More urine, more fluid. And how many times have you had a cup of coffee and go, oh, I need a wee now because I've had a cup of coffee, okay, or a cup of tea? And that is the process that happens with caffeine, how it affects the body. So, as well as it being a stimulant, it also stimulates that part of your body. So making sure that you top up with what you are losing from drinking it does help. And obviously there is hot water in those drinks, so they do count towards your fluid per day, but just always remember it's not a full cup because you are losing so much of it as well. Things like fizzy drinks, okay? So fizzy drinks are a real easy way to up your calories in a negative manner. They are full of sugar, even like the low sugar ones, hence the sugar tax on a lot of things now. And also, so that doesn't help your teeth decay, and also with the sugar, it doesn't necessarily quench your thirst. So you think, oh, really, that'll quench my thirst. It will for a little bit, but because of the sugar and the way your body's dealing with the sugar, it won't quench your thirst as much as drinking the same as in a water form. But people will say, oh, but water's so boring, it doesn't taste of anything. Yes, I get that, okay? A lot of people feel that way. I quite like water, I always have done. But as a kid, I definitely preferred to have some squash in it. No added sugar squash, but still, just be aware of what is in things. A lot of the time with hydration, it's about, and food, it's being more aware and just knowing what you're putting into your body. And I am definitely a PT who doesn't say you must cut things out, because that would be daft, okay? The biggest thing I change on my clients' food diaries when they come to me is their water intake, Okay, it's the biggest thing. I am going to say obviously cut certain processed food and certain sugars and things like that down, but increasing your water makes a massive impact on your bodily functions. It really does help with weight loss. All of those things really do help. Okay, so making sure that you can enjoy water is really important. So things like adding, make sure you can add fruit and different things like that. So I really like adding from the garden, because like everyone, we're growing things at the moment. A couple of chopped strawberries and a couple of leaves of mint. Make it really nice. Or mint cucumber, or lemon in your water, or a slice of orange. Anything like that is really, really nice. Other signs that people do end up seeing are things like headaches. So you may get headaches or dry lips, dry mouth that we've talked about. Your skin can get dry if it's a long-term hydration. People's eyes become a bit more dull if they're not drinking enough water in total. So just being more aware of these things and seeing that if you increase your water intake, if there is actually a impact on those things that you've noticed on yourself, is really, really useful. Some other tips in regards to water. Before that, I'm just going to see what someone's written on here. Oh, it's Babi Actif. Hello. The fizzy drinks, but haven't had any for about 18 months now. Sparkling water, and if I want to make a treat, I have ice in it and a few raspberries. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Adding ice to it, it just completely changes it. A little trick on that one is if you have fruit. So who buys soft fruit and you end up near enough, you can waste certain amounts, especially if you haven't got teenagers in the house. So we've got 2 teenagers, and they will definitely finish everything in that regard. So at the minute we are not wasting much, which is amazing. But sometimes you end up with a few raspberries that are left, or a few blueberries in it. Oh, I forgot about those. Put them in an ice tray with water and freeze them. Okay, so mainly the fruit, but then freeze them into ice cubes and chuck those into a bottle of water. Take it with you for the day, and then it's there then. You haven't got to think, oh, I must put that in. I've got that from the fridge. Freeze a load of it, and then also once they're frozen in the tray, pop them out and put them into a Tupperware box or into like a reusable bag or something like that. And then you've got them to hand, and it's the same with lemons, limes, anything, mint, you can do it with the same. So loads of soft fruits that taste nice in water. Add them to ice, and then fill your bottle up with ice. And then just add the water to it, and it will be really flavoursome. So a really nice thing to do. You can also eat them when it's defrosted, or if you have chunks in it. I make mine a little bit bigger, so then I can eat them once I finish the water. So that's a good tip as well. So thank you, Babi Actif, for reminding me about ice. Yeah, really, really nice tips just to make your water different. And you've all had babies, you know what it's like when you're pregnant, that you can't drink anything that's remotely interesting, really. Now, I have to say, since even in the last 2 years, the amount of non-alcoholic drinks and things like that have gone through the roof. They're amazing. But you do know that you get bored of things, so mix it up to make sure that you're drinking that water. A couple of little tips really just to finish on is always have a glass of water first thing in the morning. Okay, so as soon as you get up, it's very tempting to go make that cup of tea, or you might bring one back to bed or something like that. Drink a glass of water first, okay? You will wake up your digestive system, you will wake up your system, your brain will wake up, everything will go, oh, okay, I'm waking up. And it's best for it to be room temperature. So a lot of the time, rather than that ice cold water first thing in the morning, I will always take a drink to bed. This is a hangover from pregnancy that I would wake up. It was always a double whammy. I would need a wee and I would need a drink. So I'd go for a wee, then I'd have a drink, and then I'd wake up again and need another wee. So I'd always have a glass of water by the side of my bed. So I wake up in the morning and I will drink that water. That water's gone. As soon as I've woken up, that's gone, and then I'll have my cup of tea. So that is a really good way to kickstart your body, to wake everything up, to make sure you've got one glass in before your brain's even woken up. Before you check your phone, one glass of water already. Another thing is drinking a glass of water an hour before you eat a meal. Okay, so if you drink a glass of water an hour before you eat a meal, it will help with your digestion. So you have woken everything up, you have made sure, a lot of people say, oh, well, it means that I won't eat as much. No, you need to be eating the right amount, but you have already hydrated. So having that glass of water an hour before a meal, and always having a glass of water with your meal. That's really important. Whenever you eat anything, have water, because it helps with the digestion. So very, very important to make sure that that's a real easy way to get another glass in. One in the morning before you do anything, one before your lunch, then one before your dinner. There's 3 glasses done already, so you've only got the other, 5 to go. And that can be quite simple as you go through the day. And always remember that you need to drink more if you're exercising. And I know that might be like, well, yeah, of course, but sometimes it's really easy to forget. So I give myself a target of a minimum of 4 of these a day, okay? Minimum of 4 of these, which, well, the bigger ones, it's more, it's less because they're a litre, but this is 600 mil. So I say a minimum of 4 of these, unless I am exercising, and then I need to be drinking a lot more. So I need to then have whatever I drink in the exercise, and I have to rehydrate afterwards as well. And it makes a massive difference to me. If I don't do it when I've exercised, the next morning I wake up really groggy, or I can't wake up as well, or by, let's say I've done the exercise at this time of day, by 5 o'clock I'm exhausted, and I'm like, why am I so tired? And I've got to do my teaching for the evening, so I neck a load of water a lot of the time. We lose water through sweat, so it's inevitable that's your body's way of cooling down. So you need to, and when we exercise we get warmer, so you need to make sure that you are cooling down with your sweat and rehydrating, so that your body can use that system to keep you cool. So that's why we're always saying drinking while we exercise. We also, like I said before, we lose it when we're breathing, when we're talking, when we urinate, okay? They're the 4 main points of how we lose water. And you lose a lot of water in your sleep. We sweat a lot in our sleep. It's quite a disgusting fact how much you sleep, how much you sweat in your sleep. I won't go into how often you should change your bed or anything like that. That is personal preference. But drinking that water, even a bit before you go to bed, if you're someone who doesn't mind waking up for a wee in the night, it's really important. Or you'll be woken up anyway, aren't you, most of the time. And then always have a bottle of water to hand, which is why I say have one of these. I have a habit of knocking my glasses of water over in the lounge and get shouted at quite a lot. And my toddler's picked up the same habit because he's a toddler. So if glasses of water are left around in our house, they inevitably end up on the carpet. A bottle like this, as long as it's closed, you're less likely to spill, first off, so that's a good point for me. But second off, you will notice it, so you will drink it more. You can just chuck it in your bag when you're going out. It's one less thing to have to think about when you're trying to get that baby out of the house for a walk, or now if things are opening up a little bit more, other things. So having a bottle of water near, if you're breastfeeding, it is essential. Who lets their baby latch and then mouth is completely dry? It's definitely a thing. I got it constantly, and it was, I need my bottle of water, my snacks, and my phone and the remote. That's what I need, and I need to have gone to the loo because I was always sat for quite a while feeding mine. So making sure you have that bottle of water nearby is a lot more handy than a glass that can not balance as easy and things like that. Make sure you've got water in the car, when you go for a walk, and obviously when you exercise, like I said before. So that's a bit of a whistle-stop tour of hydration and how important it is, and why I constantly say in classes, have a drink in the break, because if you are getting it in those sections of the sessions, then at least you then know you have hydrated as you're exercising. So that's where I'm going to leave it today. If you have any questions about hydration or have any of your own tips, I've covered lots of different things there, but like Babi Actif has said here, if you have given up a certain thing and you've replaced it with something else, let me know, because it's always good to share our tips on whatever we talk about at the end of these sessions. Okay, so I want you to have a lovely week. I think the weather is getting better, things are opening up around here in North Wales, so that's always good. Yeah, have a lovely week, take care, stretch again tomorrow if you need to, and drink that water. Alright, take care everyone, bye!